Hi, everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about an album, and this album is one of my most favorite Barbra Streisand albums. It's a concept album, which means it's based on a central theme. And it's called Wet from 1979. So, in 1979, this was really at the height of disco. So Barbara comes out with this album. Now it's not really a disco album, I wouldn't say, but it has like one disco song on there. Um, and I'll talk about that a little later. But anyway, the first track on the album is Wet. Now the interesting thing about this album is that Wet is the first word in the first song, and it's also the last word in the last song, the word wet. So that it's kind of like all about wetness, water, moisture, anything that's wet, tears, rain, water, things like that. So the first song is Wet, and she says wet as rain. There's that first word wet. Wet as rain. She's talking about tears are wet too and everything. It's very soft and very just gorgeous and beautiful. I love that song. The title track is very pretty. Okay, so then the next song is Come Rain or Come Shine. This song was originally done by one of Barbara's big heroes, who was Harold Arlen. So he originally did this song. Barbara comes back and does it on this album. I'm gonna love you like nobody's loved you, come rain or come shine. And it's just a really nice, very romantic and cool song. Okay, so then there's Splish Splash. This was a cover song from something from the 60s, which is really cool. She in the song she tells this story about how she's in the bathtub, and then she walks out of the bathroom and there's a party going on in her own house that she wasn't aware of. So that's kind of interesting. So, and she's like, we're all in this party and I'm nude, so I jump back in the bathtub. So that's cool. Okay, so then the next song is On Rainy Afternoons. That really pretty song. Very soft and gorgeous and just so beautiful. I love it so much. Okay, so then the next one is After the Rain. And she's like, after the rain, the feeling you get after the rain, just it's such a calming and soothing, beautiful song. Okay, so then the next song is the disco song on the album. No Tears Enough is Enough with Donna Summer. So that was the disco song on the album, so it's kind of stayed true to the times of just, so no more tears, enough is enough with Donna Summer. It's really nice. Cool disco song saying like, get this man out of here. He's not good enough for us. Our men are not good enough for us. So get them out of our lives. So then there's Niagara, and this is really pretty. And she's like saying, up in Niagara, we had the time of our lives and we were just so carefree and everything was wonderful. What happened? Why can't we get it back like it was in Niagara? Why can't we get that back? Yeah, she really wants to go back to the way it was in Niagara. Then the next song is I Ain't Gonna Cry Tonight. This is also kind of like a disco song, was upbeat, so it's nice. And she's like, I ain't gonna cry tonight, so she's just really like set out that she's not going to cry. She's just determined not to cry. That's all. Okay, so then the next song is Kiss Me in the Rain, the last song, the pretty last song. Kiss me in the rain, make me feel like a child again. Kiss me in the rain. It's very soft and gorgeous and very pretty. And this is the song, the last song where she uses the last word of the song. I don't care if we even get wet. So she ends it up with wet. Like she started off the album with the word wet, and hence the album with the word wet. So the album artwork is so cool. It's got like Barbara, and she's in like a jacuzzi or kind of like a hot tub, kind of sauna spa kind of thing. With like smoke coming out of the water, and she's like just in like a bathing suit or maybe topless, and she's got really wet hair, real curly wet hair. It's just really nice. It says Barbra Streisand Wet at the top, tiny letters. It's really just a real pretty album cover. So this album Wet is really gorgeous. One of my most favorite Barbara albums. It's really nice. It's got a real good theme of water and everything in it. And I think you really, really enjoy Wet when you listen to it. That's just very good album. So anyway, thank you so very much for listening to me talk about Wet, the album by Barbara Streisand. And I do plan to do some more of these as well, soon sometime. So stay tuned and I'll see you next time. Bye.